Hi guys, Ashura here, and in this video I will be talking about Bartolomeo the Cannibal. Now this video is mostly about his devil fruit abilities, excluding the awakening. Bartolomeo the Cannibal, the rookie pirate who is 1 year junior to Luffy and the eater of the Bari-bari no Mi. After he met Straw Hat Luffy in Dressrosa, he became the part of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet and became the second division captain of the fleet. Now, the main reason he became a pirate is because he saw Luffy's execution in Loguetown, where Luffy was saved by lightning. It is from that moment on Bartolomeo decided that he too will become a pirate and follow the steps of Straw Hat Luffy. His bounty is 200 million berries, and this itself speaks volumes of his strength. But in spite of all this, his personality is somewhat twisted. I mean, he peed in the Colosseum arena and was like, I don't give a damn about what the hell is happening around me because I'll just create a barrier around me, and if anybody comes to attack me, they'll just be hit by the barriers. So, as a personality, even Luffy didn't like him. But in spite of having this such a bad personality, he is one of the most fan favorite characters. I think among the Grand Fleet captains, he ranks number one easily, and that is because he is a fan of the One Piece. He's a fan of the Straw Hat Pirates. Now, this is something the One Piece community can actually relate to. That is the reason why he has such a huge fan following. Now, having rambled on for so long, let me actually get to the main part of this video, that is his devil fruit, the barrier no Mi, which I believe is truly OP, overpowered. Now, before I actually talk about his devil fruit's power-ups, let me actually talk about his devil fruit's limitations. Now, apart from the standard limitations of a devil fruit, his devil fruit has three limitations. First being, he needs to cross his fingers to create a barrier. The second is that he can create only one barrier at a time with the max area of 50,000 Bari-baris according to Oda. And the third one, which is not explicitly stated, is that his barriers has to be grounded. Now, or has to be touching something solid. Now, this is not explicitly stated in anywhere, but so far all the barriers he has created are either in contact with the solid object like his hand, or has been in contact with the ground. Now let me talk about his power-ups. The first obvious power-ups will be that he will overcome his limitations. The first limitation, which being crossing his finger, is something that he will have to deal with it until Oda actually feels that it's not funny anymore. Otherwise, Oda can pretty much remove it whenever he wants. Second limitation, which is he can create only one barrier, will definitely be overcome by the next time we meet him, and he'll be able to create barriers of much wider areas. Now, creating multiple barriers for Bartolomeo will really be a huge plus point because he can attack and defend at the same time. I mean, he can create one barrier to protect himself, and the other barrier can be something like a road roller, which can just destroy their opponents. So, creating multiple barriers is a huge thing for him. If Bartholomew is able to overcome his third limitation, he will be as powerful as Green Lantern. Yes, the Green Lantern can produce much more constructs which are not solid exactly, like lasers, missiles, dragons, robot vehicles, and all that stuff. But Bartholomew will still be able to produce his simpler, just physical constructs such as swords, shields, fists, etc. Now, if Bartholomew's barriers do float around in the air, then he can create these bubble barriers. Now, these bubble barriers can seriously OP. First thing, it'll allow Bartholomew to fly. Not only Bartholomew, he can actually carry tons of people along with him and fly, which will be a huge power up. Second thing, he can trap anybody inside a barrier and not allow them to go out. Even a person such as Akka Inu can be trapped inside this, provided Bartolomeo's barrier is strong enough, he can actually trap a person like Akainu and completely nullify whatever Akainu throws at him. The only person I believe who can escape this would be Blackbeard or Kizaru, because Blackbeard can absorb his Devil Fruit's abilities, whereas Kizaru is light, and light seems to be the only thing that can penetrate out of Bartholomeo's barriers. So those two guys might be the only two people who might be able to escape his Devil Fruit. Apart from that, now one more thing which can actually make him very similar to the Green Lantern is when he learns Haki. Now, Haki is something which is very similar to willpower, and Green Lantern, of course, is powered by willpower. So, technically, Bartholomeo's barriers will be as strong as his willpower, which is exactly like Green Lantern's, whose constructs are as strong as the Green Lantern's willpower. Now, apart from these, Bartholomew will also learn, or rather imitate much of Luffy's attacks, such as he did in the Dressrosa arc where he used Bari-bari no pistol. He might actually do Bari-bari no Gatling gun, Bari-bari no Giganto Pistolo, and all that stuff. So we might see a lot more Luffy-based attacks the next time we actually meet Bartolomeo. Now, one more thing which we might see with Bartolomeo is the possibility of his barrier actually breaking. Now, this has not happened so far in the anime, but there's definitely a very good chance that this will happen sooner or later. Now, that's the main reason why Bartolomeo will be forced to learn Haki, because his Devil Fruit strength alone won't be able to take him much further than he has already gotten so far. Now, Bartholomeo's barrier breaking might actually be a very good thing, because we might see a completely different side of Bartholomew. Because generally, what Bartholomew does is he creates a barrier, he stays within it, and says, do whatever the heck you want, I'm just gonna stay inside this barrier and be safe. But once he realizes that his barrier cannot protect him, that is when Bartholomew will be forced to use his brain, and he might actually come up with good offensive ways in which he might be able to use his barriers. And this also will force Bartholomew to actually evolve himself from within. That is why he'll be kicking himself that he didn't actually learn Haki, and will swear himself that he will learn Haki the next time he actually tries to help Luffy and the others. So this is it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you want to be notified for my future content, please do subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to say something which I have not stated in this video, please do so in the comment section. With this, Ashura the Demon signing off. Bye bye, guys.